Hi, my name is Greg Condon, and I am the lead developer working on Clove. In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to create preferences for your Clove plugin. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create columns for your plugin and pull in data for them. So this is the final result we're going to try to be building today. I'm just going to show you. We're going to get the service drop down, hello Clove, and we're going to have the content being hello column. Now we're going to save this content and we're going to see data fill in with this information. And as we scroll down, I've also implemented the auto pagination, so we'll keep scrolling down and then it will load older content than that. So I can scroll down infinitely, just like so. So back to the Clove application, the first thing we're going to need to do is a few things. We're first going to need to initialize this application, create a column. So we're going to add column / controller, and then we're also going to add render. Now in here we're going to add hello Clove column controller, and then we're going to go extends column controller. Alright, so then the next step requires us to have an item renderer. So we're going to go hello Clove column item renderer, and in here we're gonna implement Clove column item renderer, and then it asks we're going to need to provide a few a little bit of information. First being get UID of the VO object, and get rendered data VO object, and then it's going to be rendered column data. Alright, so we're going to leave that there for now, and then we're going to go over into our plugin and we're going to add a test service. So we're going to go to service, we're going to go VO, and we're also going to go Q. Now let's quickly make our VO object, which is just going to be message VO, message value object, and then we're going to provide some information here. We're going to go UID, title, the title of the message, and then the date added. Okay, so now we're set up with that. Now we need to provide it in our constructor, UID, title, message, date. Okay, so now we're done with our VO object. Now we can go to our Q class. We're going to go service Q, or call data Q would be a better one. So for our Q, we're going to need to extend our a service, a state queue, which provides a few states. One being error, and one being loading, and then the other one being complete. So then we're going to need to override our initialization method, but we do need to call super initialize to set the loading queue. But before we do that, we need to provide a few things in our constructor. So we're going to go start index, end index, length. And we're going to go start length. I'm going to say 100, and then we'll go start index equals start length equal to length, and this is going to be a data call. Now we have service calls specified as queues because it's easier on the processor to load calls singly, and also some of the services such as Twitter only allow individual machines to make one call at a time, so we do that for that reason as well. So then what we need to do is we need to go var n start index plus length, and we go for var I int equal 0, I is less than n I plus plus. So then the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to provide a, we're going to need to create our VO object. So we're going to go var data array equals length data dot push new message VO. The UID is I. The title is title I. The message is message I. And the date is going to be date. But we're going to need to do a little bit to this date so we can actually do add auto pagination. So we're going to do now equals new date, and then we're going to go now dot get time minus 1000 times 60 milliseconds times minute minutes times seconds times hours. So now we have it by day times I by day. We need to provide, and then we're gonna go data. So we're set with that. Once we're done, we're gonna go data equals data, and just to simulate a service being called, we're going to go flash dot utils dot set timeout on timeout, and we'll say it's a second. And then we're going to go dispatch an event. And we're going to say complete, and by default the state is 2, which is a success state. So we're done with this call class. Now back to here, we need to return the UID, and if you remember our VO object, it's actually return and then we're going to go return vo.uid, vo.title, vo.message, whoops, vo.date added, and then we're done with this item renderer. So now once we have that, we can work on our controller. We're going to go super, new, hello, clove, column item renderer, and we're going to override a few methods. We're going to override on column start load, and then we're going to go just for kicks. We're just going to test this for now. We're going to go alert.show load. So we'll get back to that in a second. Let's go to our Clove plugin and actually add this so that we can register this into our preferences. So we'll go register add available column controller, and then we go new column controller factory, and then we'll give it a name of hello column. The controller is right there, and then the column class is hello column controller. So once we're done with that, we will debug it. Let's see if there's any errors, so we'll debug it. Hello John. So we will add our okay, so back to here. Hello John. This one will go. Hello John. And then we have our plugin, hello clove, and then hello column. So we'll save this, and then we immediately get our load function called. So let's add our logic to that. We're going to, we're actually just going to call this other method, load older content. And we're just going to go var start int, and we're going to go if data start equals data dot row uid row UID. So then we will call our plugin. We'll go for our plugin clove hello plugin equals this plugin controller dot plugin. Okay. So now once we have that, we can make our call, our service call. We will go var call data queue equals new call data queue. The start is there, and then the length is 100. We'll keep it at that. The next thing we're going to need to provide is actually we're going to tell the column controller that this is the data queue that is loading the content in the column. So it notifies the user, okay, because the low bar, if there are any errors, it'll give them an error. So we'll go call set load queue equals the call. So, but if you remember, if we we actually dispatch an event, so we'll go call.add event listener event.complete on data load. Data load. So now we take we can take the data from our remote object. So we go var data array equals call data queue event dot target dot data, and then once we're done, we call fill column with the data, and it will automatically handle the stack. But before we do that, we actually need to call it. So we'll go plugin dot call queue. So then back to here, we'll call this dot load older content null. So So we'll give this a go. So here we have our content in here as we just displayed, and as I scroll down, there will be 100 elements, but I can actually, as I scroll down to the bottom, it will load the content again. So more content is being loaded in. So that's how you work auto pagination. If I were to remove set load queue, I will actually get. We won't see the display. So we scroll down to the bottom. And it will load, but it won't show the alert in here. So we're just going to delete this so that we don't have any cached content. But we're going to uncomment this, and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually provide an alert. So we're going to do new state. Queue state type. And we're going to say dot error. So now when we load content, instead of seeing our seeing it disappear, it'll actually give us an error sign right here. Just like that. Complete. So that wraps up the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and next time I will be talking about how to customize the row view to your liking and other stuffs. That's it. Thanks for watching.